Director of Communications for the Desert Southwest Conference. This is Tuesday Talks, a gathering of church communicators where I share what's coming up. I share resources that you maybe didn't know about, and hopefully churches will also share what's coming up from them and share about their resources that the rest of us may not know about. So today I had planned on either I was going to start or not, depending on if someone from Staples was going to be able to join us. I had two people saying that they were going to join us from Staples to talk about the Business Advantage Plan. But seeing that they're not here, I'm going to go ahead and move on with some other questions that were recently asked. And so I'm going to get those started now. The first one was, David, was about Yahweh ICE. So you probably, if you subscribe to the district newsletters, either East District or West District, you probably saw this advertisement quite a bit of Yahweh ICE and wondered, what the heck is this all about? In hindsight, I realized we should have said something about what it is, because it's been in there and been in there and been in there. And if you are not a person that attended annual conference or watched the live stream of annual conference or keep up with the annual conference news, you wouldn't know that Yahweh ICE, and actually we didn't even say the name of the snow cone ministry that was launched during annual conference. It's a fresh expression, and it's just something innovative, something new that was launched out of Iglesia Aliento. And oh, hey, Dan, I'm going to go with you next. So that's what Yahweh ICE is. It's a fresh expression. It's a United Methodist ministry. So you saw it this time in district newsletters explaining this is what it is. But now you heard it from me. So I'm going to include the Facebook link to the snow cone truck Facebook page in the reply of my meeting notes today. So you can go straight to it. And I'll try to include, you know what, I'll also include their phone number in case you're not on Facebook, because they do accept texts or calls for booking. Okay, so now I'm excited to invite Dan Moreau and Judy Ann from Staples Business Advantage to talk to you all. Maybe you're a United Methodist Church and sometimes you shop at Staples. Maybe you have a business account. But I know for the Desert Southwest Conference, we do have the Staples Advantage business account set up. And I didn't realize that even things like printing is included in there. So Dan and Judy Ann, please let us know what's the benefit, what do we get for the Staples Business Advantage with the UMC connection. Oh, wait, Dan, you're muted.
We use Teams and not Zoom so much. And so I'm still a little awkward when it comes to the Zoom. But thank you for having us on the call. Julianne and I didn't have a 100% idea exactly what you want us to talk about, other than the Staples um, program. One of the things we found out when you all had the conference back in April was that most of the people were buying from Staples, but they were going to the stores. And when you go to the local Staples stores and purchasing, you getting good price, but you're not getting the program price that the United Church Methodist Church set up just for you guys. And because of the volume that you bring, you get super discounted pricing from Staples. And then at the end of the day, once a year, the church gets a rebate, 3% rebate back on the spend expenses. And so if you're buying it from the stores, it's not connected to the program. And so you may be buying $1 million from the stores. That means that $330,000 rebate check would not go back to the Methodist Church because you're not using the right program. That's number one. Number two, we have a variety of different product categories. Not only do we sell, office supplies, but we also sell break room products. We also sell facility products, to clean your buildings. We also sell furniture. We also sell, as Christina was telling you guys, print products. We have all that online, and I have a team of specialists that manages each one of those categories. The good news is, Peradventure Coffee Program. We give you brewers, and all we ask that you do is buy the coffee from us. And that makes it real easy. So you don't have to purchase those outlandish brewers, but yet you get those nice brewers like Keurigs, and depending on whether they're plumbed or unplumbed, for your churches. And all you do is we give you the brewers, you buy the K cups from us. And so we have a lot of things like that. Case in point, even with janitorial, a lot of the dispensers in your bathrooms for the soap, the toilet tissue, even the paper towels. We do those programs long. You get to use those. You don't have to buy them. All you do is buy the paper products from us. So there's a lot of benefits from buying from Staples, taking advantage of the United Methodist program that all of the churches can benefit from. And what we do, what we always do, what we want to start off, number one is to make sure that you have a Staples Business Advantage log in and you're ordering from the correct site, meaning that you don't have to go into the stores. You can place an order before 3 o'clock. It's delivered to you next day. So you don't even have to leave the church. Now, mind you, you got emergency rushes. We get that. But most of the time, if you plan, you can order it, get it the next day. And so not only are you getting a great pricing, then you can investigate it to these programs. You can work with myself or one of my teammates. We can get you all set up with all our teammates, make things a lot easier for you. And that's what we try to do. Make it easier, bring the experts in because you guys are all about winning souls for the Lord Jesus Christ and not try to figure out how to get a new soap dispenser. We do all of that for you. We do all the heavy lifting for you. And the good news is you get a great contract price that's been negotiated by the board. And so it's a win-win for everybody. And we're here to serve you. You can hold our feet to the fire to make sure everything is going right. And then you got my right-hand person, Judy Ann. If you have any issues or anything to do with escalations, she's there to support you. She's there to make sure the invoicing is right. She's there to make sure your stuff got delivered to you correctly. So we're here, number one, to serve the United Methodist Church. And we found out that we're not doing a great service because most people don't really know about the business advantage versus the local stores. Now, there's been a confusion for years, and we tell those in charge, but the ones in charge, they say the stores have a purpose and the business account has a purpose. And so we do our best to try to market and communicate everything out to you guys. Matter of fact, we have a page. If you all go to your website, Staples is one of your preferred vendors, and we have a page that you can go on, point and click, and find out everything you need to know. There's a registration link on that page where you can go in and point and click and register. That information will come to Judy Ann. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, there it is. You see where it says register now? And once you point and click, then it'll take you, learn more, fill out all that information there. Oh man, this is perfect. I'm so glad. Who's doing it? Christina, that's you. There, she's my new Judy Ann for the day. So fill out this information, and then that information that will find its way to Judy Ann. Judy Ann will get the account set up. Then she'll send you a email with that your welcome email from Staples. Then it'll have your user ID and password. Then you go to the site. then sign up, boom, you're ready to go. So I said a whole lot, but at the end of the day, it's about serving you guys. Do you have any questions? Please. We're here to
Uh, So you said the a church would go online and order today, and if as long as they ordered before 3 p.m., their order would arrive at their church, delivered to them the very next day. Is there
correct.
a delivery fee for that?
It's I think it's about zero, no charge.
Great.
Now,
Okay, no
there
charge.
may be some situations where you in a far outline area, then it may be an additional day. Worst case, the next day
Mhm.
after. Worst
Okay,
case, but
okay,
normally 95% of the deliveries are next day.
nice. And potentially, if it there, so maybe in the Learn More tab, is that where we would find out information about, like, if I was interested in ordering the soap, maybe the soap dispensers or I
If
can
you
use them at
if
no
you don't mind,
cost.
Christine, can you go back?
Yeah,
Can you go back to
to
that
that
so everybody
page.
can see
Yeah,
it? I think there's some more information.
right here.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
no, they
what
don't have it linked.
happened?
We
What
don't
the
have it linked.
world?
I'll ask them about that. But maybe Staples actually has a page for Business Advantage where we could see more. Oh, wait a minute, here it shows stuff.
Yes, but there is, Christina,
Okay.
if your users already have a login for the Staples Advantage site, on the
Mhm.
homepage too, there is, you can
Okay.
go to every category, so there would be more information there as well. That is
Okay.
correct.
So step one really is get yourself registered because it's not going to cost churches anything to register, right?
Right. And we got to
And
find out
then,
why, because there was some information on that learn more. I don't know. We don't know
mhm.
what happened to it.
We'll
That's
follow up with
strange. It's
with
blank.
GCFA and, if
Okay.
it's,
Okay,
yeah, I can,
that's
I'll
good.
put that on my parking lot thing to follow up on that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
but
But
as
yes,
long
there's
as,
a minimum order. I think someone put it as $35 minimum order. And the purpose of that is because, again, it costs a lot to ship free. And so all
Mhm.
we ask is that at least get your orders up to $35. And so you
Mhm.
should be good to go. But yes,
Okay.
there's a $35 minimum order.
What is the approximate percentage savings that a church would be looking at?
Anywhere, now again, it depends on what you purchase.
Okay.
My understanding is anywhere between 60 to 70%, depending on the category. Some more, some less, plus the rebate that comes back to the church. Now, I'm not
Okay.
100% sure what the church gonna do with that extra money, but I'm quite sure they got needs that they can utilize it for. It may not drill back down to your individual church, but at least you know it's going back to corporate,
Oh,
so
okay.
they can continue to put on, a lot of these events.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
You were saying that the delivery will be next day after the
Delivery
order?
should be, yes, next day.
If the order is put before 3 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
And again, that's 3 p.m., whatever time zone you in. We have warehouses around the country.
Okay. Anybody else have a question? All right.
Let
Any,
me ask this question.
go ahead.
Does everyone on the call have the business account set up already and currently is using the program? And it is the business account, not the store, because the store, it can confuse you because sometimes they do things kind of like the same way. But you would think that we've had situations where people thought we own the program and they sent us the information. And then when we saw the invoice, and we knew they were not, and
So
they were
Dan,
not
would
getting.
it, like Chris, for example, Dayspring's already on the Business Advantage plan, but maybe what if they're only doing like the in-store business advantage plan and not the UMC partnered one? How would they know for sure that they're on the right plan?
That's a good question. You had to contact myself or Julianne, and then we could let you know.
But can I speak into that for a moment?
Yes.
Okay, so Christina, even through Staples Business Advantage through the business site, we do recognize that there's sometimes where you need something right away. You know, I forgot something, I need it this afternoon. And even if it's next day delivery, that still might not be soon enough. We do offer the option to buy online and pick up in store. So what you would do is you would log into your business account the same way you always would be. And under the item, and so not every item will be available, most
Right.
are. There's a check mark where you can like to pick up in store rather than ship. And then you would go like put everything into the shopping cart and you would total out the same way. And then it will give you a confirmation and you'll be able to go into the store and pick it up. And it will bill your account the same way as the business is set up. So invoicing. There is also another option too, where you have a unique phone number that's associated with you. You know, when you go into the store and they ask you if you have a phone number or reward number with us, you can also, if you didn't even have a chance to go online and you're out and about and just want to stop in the Staples, we still want you to benefit from your business account. So you would go in the line and when you go in the store, you would just give them your reward phone number that's associated with your business account, and it will give you the pricing there based on what your business pricing is. So we have several options to make sure that we can kind of fail safe that for you. You know, when you're with the business program, we want to make sure you have every advantage and full advantage of taking, you know, that into account. So you can buy online and pick up in store, and just, it'll send you an email to let you know that the order's ready, and you just go into your local store and it'll pick it up. Or if you're out and about, you can use your phone number the same way and it will tie it to your business pricing.
I
Maybe
just
you
learned
change
something.
options. That's why I'm here,
Thank
Dan.
you.
Thank you.
Christina, can you do me a quick favor, not to backtrack here? I want to make sure the one link wasn't working on the website. When you click on the register now link, is that working?
Yes, that one worked.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what that does is that will get, if you don't already have an account, so any of your users that don't already have an account, when they click that, that will go directly to my service team and they will set up the business account. It's an automated email that is sent out from, it's systemic, that will be sent to them all, and it'll give them the link to be able to set up their own unique password. So that way they'll have that logging in. I do get notification when all of those are set up, so I can, you know, kind of touch base and keep an eye on it to make sure that people have accessed it, because the link is good for usually like a week. It does expire. Okay. If the welcome link has gone out and they haven't logged in and set up their password, it will expire and then we'll have to reset it, which is an easy thing to do. But if we can just, you know, let the users know that if you don't see that link in, you know, in 24 hours, because it usually is instantly as soon as it's set up. Then to let us know, and then we can just reset it and send that out to them again. But yeah, we have a whole service team that works very quickly to get those turned around for you. But it does have a tendency to possibly route to your spam folder because it is a system. So depending on how your company sets up their firewalls, I would just let the users know, I always do that. If you don't see it in your regular email, check spam just in case, because it might be there. So
Right.
just a heads up.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
if I may ask a question,
Sure.
how do we know, like, I'm new pastor, new church, how do I know if my church is on this or not?
I can check that for you. And is it Pahrump Valley?
Pahrump Valley, yes.
Okay. So Christina, I don't know, have they like sent a list that shows all of the churches that are already? Do you have a list of partners?
You mean a list of churches?
Yeah, list of churches.
For
Yes.
your region.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
I can
So
send you that.
it should be on that list, and if it's not,
Oh, no. It's a list that I created of our
Okay.
churches. I don't
Okay.
have anything from Staples.
okay, I'll follow up on that then.
Yeah. Well, if you
Okay.
have that, if you can forward that to Julianne, we can go through and see who's not on it,
Okay.
set up in our system, and then we can let you know then we can reach back out to them and say, you're not set up. You need to go in
Is
and
there,
follow the protocol and
Yes.
yeah,
register to get set up. We
Right,
can
because
do
we'll
that
have
for
the
you.
church name, and so if it's not on that list, to your point, then I can reach out and let you know, and we can get that set up.
okay. And is there any harm in a church just filling out the register now form? Like
No.
if they already have the business advantage plan?
No, there's not, because it'll be individual for that person who's setting it up. And what our customer service will do is if the billing account is already set up for that particular church, it will just tag that new user to the account that's already set up.
Oh, okay.
So there
It's
is no
driven by the
harm, no
address.
foul. It'll set up an individual user profile for whoever set that up. If the address is already in the system, then it will just set up a profile tag to that.
Right.
So it's not, it
Okay.
won't duplicate. It will be,
Right.
they'll catch it on our end because they put the address in. So the billing address, the shipping location address is going to go in the system as they're setting it up, and it will notify us if it's already done. So then
Okay.
they'll just be able to tag you to that. So yeah, absolutely. My suggestion would be, if you don't know that you have one, is to just fill out that link.
There you go. And I just put the link in the chat, but I will be including that link in my follow-up email. I always send an email to all of our Tuesday Talks subscriber list. So they'll get that. And I'll be sure to include your contact information as well, Judy-Ann and Dan. Do you have anything else that you want to share with us about the Staples Business Advantage?
Yes, what we could do, since you guys meet regularly on Tuesdays, if you want to set up, I can, you mentioned print, I can have my print specialist to join on a certain Tuesday, and she can tell you all about print, the program, how it all works. Because at the end of the day, a lot of stuff that we can do, it's online that you can point and click and have just-in-time print. And she can show you all the nuances, all the tricks and everything. I don't know everything, but she does, and make things a lot easier, and the cost savings that go with it. And again, whatever you spend, that 3% goes back to the corporate church.
Oh,
So if you're spending it with someone today, you can just match the pricing. If we have better pricing, you get to save money there.
great. Thank you.
So you just
Anybody
let
else
me
have-
know, Christina, when you want to invite.
Yeah. Yes,
good.
I'm definitely going to want to schedule the print specialist in there because I know that can be a confusing thing if somebody's trying to put an order in and they don't know what the difference between saddle stitching or I don't know, I can't even think of another option right now, but it can be confusing, or the paperweight,
Yes.
which type of paper I should
As
use,
this.
all that. So
Exactly.
yes, that would be fabulous. Thank you
Just let me know
again.
when, and
Yeah.
we'll connect the dots.
Mhm. Great.
Yes, and
Um,
any questions, like Christina would just say, thank you first for inviting us to this call. Dan and I, we partner together. My main focus here is just to make it as easy as possible for you to do business with Staples and the Staples business account. We're also very closely affiliated with our churches, so we understand church budgets.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to make sure that we can help you maximize the benefit of this program as much as possible. So, I am the operations side of the house too. So like I said, anything, if there's any questions about setup, implementations, things that need to be changed, you have users that need to change out, I would be the person for you to just reach out to. But again, in general, any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us and let us know how we can help.
Yes.
all right, thank you both. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Nothing else?
So, no.
we
that's
could
it.
go.
Yes, you can. Thank you.
All right.
Christina, one other thing, the
Yeah.
list that you said of your partners that you have, those
Uh-huh.
churches, if you want to email that to me, I can just cross-reference
Okay.
them on our side and then let you know, either they're all set up already or let you know which ones are not. So that way we can just be a
Okay.
little proactive for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much.
It was very
Thank you
nice
all.
meeting
Appreciate
you
you
all.
both.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. So the other item that we had just finished talking about was the Yahweh Ice Truck Ministry. And so I'm going to move on to but I see Antonieta Wyrick is here with us, and she's the chair of the New and Vital Faith Committee. So I don't mean to put you on just all of a sudden, no notice. I was just sharing that Yahweh Ice is a ministry of the United Methodist Church. It's a fresh expression that was announced at annual conference. It's a snow cone truck. And is there anything else that I need to say about this, Antonieta?
Well, if somebody is interested in have the truck in your churches, in any event that you have, you can call the phone number right there. His name is Luis, and he will be answering and making sure that they can be in your church, in the parking lot, or whatever you decide to do the event with children or adults, whatever is the event, you can call Luis to that phone. And also they have the RQ. They have it right there also, that you can put your camera right there, and you can make questions to him. Oh, it's not there. Okay.
It is. I just can't see it. Maybe if I do this way.
Okay.
I just had it on another one. Well, I will include the graphic. It's been in the district newsletters, but I'll include that in my reply to everyone so you can scan it with your camera.
If, for example, we have a fall festival event in November 2nd, then I call Luis and he's going to be right here. They set up games, and he's willing to work with all of us, with all the churches from any of the districts of the conference.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Antonieta. All right. Anybody have questions about the Yahweh Ice Truck Fresh Expression Ministry Snow Cone Fresh Expression? All right. Then I'm going to move on to the next item. So the Communication Commission of the Desert Southwest Conference we've published some surveys in the past, and this is one of them that was already launched. I think we originally, I don't remember when we launched it right now, but we didn't have a whole lot of churches filling it out. And so I will be sharing the direct link to this. You could always search when you go to Desert Southwest Conference, search for local church communication survey or just communication survey, and this will come up. But I will send you the link. If you haven't already filled this out, please take a moment. Either you, your pastor, anyone from your church can fill it out. And someone that knows what you use for communications and all that, because the Communication Commission uses this information to try to figure out what are the things that churches might be looking for, and also to build kind of a database of these are the things that churches are already using. So sometimes we get a request for a recommendation. It's great to have that information of who's used what, both to be able to say, wow, well, the majority of our churches are using MailChimp as their newsletter system versus, let's say, Constant Contact. And then to even have someone to connect a church with if you want to talk about, well, how did you do this? How does that work? We're all hopefully we're all here trying to help each other out. So that's the point and purpose of this. It's very, very helpful, very useful information. You don't always get to see tangibly what we do with that information, but we are using that information to make informed decisions of what are the resources that we need to provide for the local church. Okay. And then the other thing is that I'm going to start incorporating a single question in the weekly digest to see if that might work out better. So we still have this survey that we're hoping every church will fill out. But I'm also there's going to be other areas that we want to learn about. And so it's doing a survey, even if it's just 3 or 5 minutes of time. If that's just too much, I get it. We all get it. Nobody loves to do surveys. We're testing out to see if just having one question, maybe one question a month in the newsletter, if that would end up getting us more information than doing a 10-question survey. So look for that. And if you wouldn't mind, just answer that one question. It is a test question, this first one. It's not super exciting. Just want to see what does it look like. And I am using the MailChimp polls and survey options in it. So if any church is ever interested in doing something like this, I'm more than happy to explain, here's how I did it, and provide some article links that MailChimp has on the how to do it. Okay, what's the next thing I need to go over? Local church survey, and then, Monday moments. That's the last thing that I was going to cover today. So I had questions about Monday moments. Let me go back. So one question was, where do I find previous recordings? Or the actual question was, someone was interested in an upcoming Monday Moments and was wondering, is it going to be recorded? Is it going to be available so that I can get a group of from my church together and we can all watch the recording together at a later time? So that's where I shared this page, dseumc.org/Monday-moments, because all of the Monday moments are recorded and then published here. It sometimes takes a while. You'll see the last one is from May 13th. It takes me a minute to put them on here, but they are recorded and we will put them here. And if you register, I think that you get an email with the recording link. I'm not sure about that, but this is where they will be. And then if you wanted to see what are the upcoming, details about one of the ones that's coming up, you can go to dseumc.org/calendar to see the Monday moments that are coming up. They're always scheduled for 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Mondays, but it's not every single Monday. And even easier, I'll send you this link, which shows the 2024 fall lineup. So you can see the topics and who's going to be talking about what. If this information piques your interest, but you have some questions, you can reach out to Reverend Rachel Gilmore. She's our Director of New and Vital Faith, and she can tell you a little bit more about any one of those sessions. She's the one that schedules them and connects with the guest presenter to work out the topic. Also, if you don't see something that you're interested in, either in the previously recorded Monday moments or the upcoming Monday moments that you would love to hear some information about, or that you want to offer some information about, I know Reverend Rachel Gilmore is also very interested in those questions or those offers for new content. All right, that's all I have. Anybody have anything to share from their church or questions about something coming up?
We
Okay,
have
then-
yesterday at 7 p.m. the innovators in the church was a very interesting presentation that Rachel Gilmore did, and she has sent the information that she shared with all of us. If you would like to listen what she was exposing right there, you can look for the innovators in the church. Innovators in the institution. That's the name of the training from yesterday.
Yeah, that was last night's Monday moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we will be linking that on that Monday Moments page. Thank you, Antonita. Appreciate that. All right, so next week we will have a Tuesday talk, and next week the guest presenter is Kelly Schmiel from Ministry Partnerships of GCFA. So she's GCFA staff that's going to be talking about the ministry partnerships. Because I don't know if you signed on early enough, you would have seen that it's more than just Staples Business Advantage. There's Home Depot, there's other organizations or companies that are part of the ministry partnerships. And then if there's other organizations, I only started with GCFA because I attended the meeting, I don't know, a few weeks ago. But I'm hoping to do this with our conference committees, invite people from our conference committees to talk about what their committee does and how your church can connect with the conference committee and other United Methodist agencies, commissions, and all that. I'm hoping to get some of them here to talk about what they do, how they can be a resource for your church. But it would be great to get questions directly from you, the churches, on what you're interested in. What is it that you need so that I can connect the right United Methodist, whatever, at whatever level it is, with you and answer your questions. Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I hope this has been a good Tuesday Talks for you. I learned stuff from Staples Business Advantage, and I'm excited to hear about next week's